Hi everyone, my name is Mr. Paul. I've got a little problem. I don't feel very inspired. I don't know what to make. I've been sitting here thinking, uh-oh, my friends are gonna be here very soon, and I don't have any idea what we're going to make together today. Don't worry, I've got a solution. Whenever I need a little inspiration, I just call one of my awesome artist friends to help me out. So today I'm going to call Anne Ylvisaker, who is an awesome author. She writes books for young adults. She also writes poetry, and she's a visual artist. She does everything, so if there's anyone who can help me, it's her. Hi, Anne.
Hi, Paul. How are you today?
Well, I'm feeling a little bit bored, and I need some inspiration for my art, and I know that you have so many awesome poems that you have written. I was wondering if you would mind sharing a few of them with me.
Sure, I'd love to. I write my poems by things I see just in my daily life, so they might give you some ideas for poems that you could write.
Awesome. Okay, let's hear it.
Here's one I came up with when I was looking at the cactus on my desk. Little cactus rabbit, peering out of the cactus pot, lift your roots and hop.
I love it!
Cactus that looked like a little rabbit in the pot. All right, here's another one. One lion-hearted dandelion holding fast her feathery wig.
Thank you.
After morning rain, 1,000 pink star flowers, one persistent bee.
Oh, how cool.
Marmalade sky spread thick on the horizon. Delicious day ahead.
Oh, I'm getting more inspired already, but could I have one more?
One more, all right. My woolly red sweater, flower enough for this foggy day damselfly.
Yay! Those are so awesome. You recently made an actual little fold-out book with one of your poems. Can we see?
I love to make things, and I love to make books, and so, and this one actually has its own little envelope. It's going to be coming to you.
Oh, yay!
Inside the envelope is a little book that I made out of one of my poems.
Oh, read it to us.
All right. It's called Words the Birds Say. Cheery up, luck, 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 luck. We see you. Cheery up, up, up.
Yay, I love that. How did you make it?
Well, it's just one piece of paper.
No way.
Yep. And so I put little numbers on the pages, and I just drew what I wanted on each one. Just made a little slit here, so when I open it up, I could fit all the pages together, and it folds up like a little book. Isn't that fun? And
I want to make one.
Yes, you could do this with so many things. A short story, a poem, just pictures. It's really fun. And then the other great thing about it is you could write a letter to somebody because you have all this blank on the other side. So it's like a hidden letter. So when they open up the book, on the inside is a letter. So don't forget to look for that when I send you this.
I can't wait. Now I will definitely be looking for it. So I do have a few questions that I'd like to ask you if you don't mind. Could you just tell us a little about some of the books that you have written?
Sure. I write books for kids about 8 to 12 years old. Can be younger or older, but they're really books about everyday kids, average kids and growing up and friendships and their neighborhoods. So here's one, for example. This is The Luck of the Buttons. And it's a novel about a girl who her family's been unlucky for generations, and she decides to become the first lucky person in her family.
That's awesome.
That's The Luck of the Buttons. I've got a bunch of others.
Wow, you've been busy.
I've been busy. There's more about the unlucky Button family. There's one about a boy and the dog he finds down by the river.
I've read that one. I love that one.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Yay. And one, Dear Papa, that's a book all written in letters. And if you'll notice, on a couple of these books, there's old photos on the covers.
Yes.
Well, I get a lot of my ideas from old photos. And so these are actually, that's my aunt. That's the house my mom grew up in. And my grandpa had a filling station, what they used to call gas stations. I used the pictures, and in this one, there's a picture of a family with a bunch of chickens.
Uh-huh.
And all of those are old family photos, but I didn't really know much of the story behind them, so I made up stories to go with them.
So that's another way to get inspired, is to look at old pictures and make up your own story.
Your own story. I even go to the antique store sometimes and buy pictures that I don't know anything about, just the old photos. And
so what else besides looking at old photos inspires you? How do you get your ideas?
I like to listen to people talk. A lot of my ideas come from things I remember that I overheard my mom and her sisters talking about. Okay. So aunts, uncles, and grandparents, like things they would talk about, I would remember. I would overhear conversations. Looking at the newspaper, I might get an idea just from a headline in the newspaper. And then if I don't read the story, I can make up what I think might happen. I get ideas really from observing things and listening and just picking up little bits of stories.
So now this is a very important question.
Okay.
Can I be a writer if I am bad at spelling?
Oh my goodness, I sure hope so, because I am a terrible speller.
What?
Yes, and I have sloppy handwriting. So let me show you how sloppy you can be. This was last week or so.
What does that even say?
I just start scribbling things down, and the key for me is getting down as many ideas as I can and as fast as I can. Because once I stop to worry about spelling or handwriting, then the ideas escape before I can get them on paper. Because it really doesn't matter how things are spelled until it's going out in the world. And then there's ways to find that out. I can look in the dictionary, do spell check on the computer. I can figure it out later.
So it sounds like getting the idea out is more important than making it perfect right away, huh?
Absolutely.
Thank you for inspiring me today. I'm going to go give it a try now.
Bye.
Bye-bye. That was so cool. If you want to go check out more of Anne's work, go visit her website. I'll put the link right down here. I'm going to look around my room, be very quiet and still, and see if I can get inspired. Ah, there it is. My shelf with all my paint on it. I think I'm going to write a poem about that. I'll start just by writing some words that kind of describe what I'm seeing and feeling. They're tubes of paint, lots of colors. They're on a shelf. It kind of looks like a rainbow with all of those colors. And I use all of this to make art. Now let's try writing a poem about it. All the colors of the rainbow. No, wait, I'm gonna change that. All the rainbow's colors collected in tubes on my shelf, waiting to become art. Ta-da! I'm a poet! You can do the same exact thing. Look around, find something that inspires you, and write your very own poem. Next, let's try to make our very own zine, just like Anne's. A zine is just a really small, homemade book. Okay, for today, we're going to need paper, pencil, whatever you like to color with, and a pair of scissors. I'm going to start by folding this piece of paper in half, long ways. Now I'm going to take this and fold it in half twice the other way. Okay, now open your paper back up and you should see 8 different sections. Turn your paper sideways and starting at the bottom left, we're going to write some numbers so we know what page we're looking at. So start with number 1, and all along the bottom, we're going to write 2, 3, 4. Okay, now rotate your paper around, and we're going to write 5, and then scoot over 1, and write 6. And then we're going to write a B, that stands for back. That's the back cover of your book. And then on the very last rectangle, write F. That stands for the front. Now fold the paper in half exactly the same way that I am. We're going to take some scissors and cut right along that middle crease the length of one rectangle. Be careful that you don't go too far. Okay, now open it back up and let's make a zine. Turn your paper around so you're looking at number 1 and start writing your poem. Each section is 1 page. So be sure to spread your poem out so it goes all throughout the whole zine, all 6 pages. And now start drawing whatever you want. And you can let your pictures cross over from one page to the next. They can be as big or as small as you want. You could do a different picture on each page, or you could let them all be connected. It's your zine, do whatever you want. Now fold it in half and pull those 2 middle sections outward like this. And look, it's a book! Who knew one single piece of paper could turn into a whole book? That's pretty cool, huh? And now, since my poem is called Colors, I guess I should probably start coloring, huh? I'm so excited to be making my very own book. I think when it's all done, I'm going to mail it to Anne as a surprise. What are you going to do with yours? You could keep it, you could give it to a friend or a family member. You can do whatever you want because it's your book. Okay, there it is, all finished. How cool is that? I'm an author. All the rainbow's colors collected in tubes on my shelf, waiting to become art. I can't wait to send Anne my zine and thank her for inspiring me so much today. I hope that we inspired all of you too, and I hope that you have so much fun writing your own poems, drawing your own pictures, and making your own zines. Remember, you can always get inspired, even if you start out thinking you have no idea what you want to do. Have fun, be creative, make art, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope that you learned something new and had fun while you were at it. If you did, well, guess what? We have a whole bunch more waiting for you over at artmakesus.com in our Watch and Learn video series. Be sure to check out what's happening in AMU Live, all of our upcoming classes and workshops that you can participate in online. We also have one-on-one mentorship opportunities. Remember, everyone is an artist.